Bonafide Hustler here, and my garage is dirty, but it's got a lot of cool finds. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from the inside of my garage, and there's a lot of stuff here. It's annoying me. I'd like to get my gym back, but I want to show you these things because there's just a lot of really good items. Follow me on Instagram at the Bonafide Hustler, and you can also get this free guide that will teach you 50 items to buy and resell that you can find at thrift stores and garage sales. There's a lot of cool things in this garage today. Let's get right to it. I don't even know where to start. Okay, we'll start right here because we have a Star Wars helmet. A lot of times these things sell for like 40 to 50 bucks. This one's a Stormtrooper one. They make different ones, and I still have to test it, obviously. You can put batteries inside, and these little buttons. Oh, whoa, whoa, it works.
The mission always comes first, sir.
Whoa, it works. And then this one you hold down and you can speak into that thing. And then this one right here, I think you can press down and it'll modulate your voice with this right here. Anyway, this is a Stormtrooper helmet right here. Pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in my antique booth actually for around 30 to 40 bucks. I'm like $1 into that. It might have even been free at a garage sale. At garage sales also, I pick up boom boxes when they're cheap. I think this one was 3 bucks at a garage sale right here. Who had this when they were little back in the day? Look at this one. Very popular one from back in the day. Really neat. I wish it was like a pink or a teal one, then it would sell for like 100 bucks pretty quick. But in this condition right here, and this is why I have a tape to test it, it should sell for around 50 in the booth. It's in good condition. Speaker grills aren't dinged up or anything like that. I like it. After that came something like this, because obviously this one has a compact disc player. I think this was free at a garage sale. Seems like it's gonna work, but usually the tape players are shot on these things. So anyway, I'm gonna test this out pretty quick here. Speaker grills are kind of scuffed, but this one should sell for around 40, 50 in my booth as well. I think it was 2 weekends ago, I bought these at a garage sale for, I wanna say it was maybe 10 bucks. Some Cole Haan Chukkas, brand new. Pretty nice. They were marked at 25. Talked the lady down significantly. So that was pretty interesting. Not too bad. This should sell on eBay for around 100. We have a bunch of cool things to show you. This seat actually came off a bike that's in my backyard that I bought for 40 bucks. The bike's probably going to sell for around 200 to 300, but this is an actual WTB Devo seat, but it's got the Yeti colors on it, and Yeti is a bike manufacturer that makes mountain bikes that's like super popular, but this is running like the older Yeti logo right here and the Yeti colors. So you know, believe it or not, this seat right here would probably sell for around 100 bucks pretty quick. So it was worth taking off that bike because the person that buys that bike is not gonna care about this seat. And so I just put a normal seat on the bike, take this awesome seat off, 100 bucks here, sell the bike for 200 bucks, or just sell the bike for 200 bucks with the seat on it, you know, and it makes no difference to the buyer. For me, I would lose out on 100 bucks. So this one right here, nice seat, titanium rails too. That's what makes it kind of expensive. So don't know if you can see it, but it says titanium on the side right there. Nice seat, had to pull it off. It does have a little delamination, but someone easily is just gonna take some glue and put that back to normal right there. Over here, from the same garage sale as this, got this thing. New Vask Gore-Tex shoes, very nice. I mean, I'm talking brand new. I don't know why this lady's selling this stuff. This was $8 out the door, should sell for around 100 on eBay. So we got a lot of cool things, to discuss. I don't even know where to start. This bike right here, I speculate I might have bought it off a homeless person, honestly. The person asked to meet me at a gas station, and that's one of the signs you might be dealing with a bike that could be hot or stolen or something. So this bike right here is I think it's a Kickstarter or a crowdfunding campaign kind of bike. It's called a Handsome XOXO. This bike was built to pay homage to a really cool frame back in the day called like a Bridgestone something. It was a really popular touring bike. So they remade the frame, and all the stuff, you can even see the fork on it is like super old school looking. But anyways, they redid the frame, reissued the bike under a Handsome XOXO, and put all kinds of cool stuff on it, like a Brooks saddle, Brooks bar tape, SRAM Rival, full group set. So it's running some really good components basically. And this bike in this build was probably around 1,500 bucks, 1,400 bucks, something like that. Now this bike does have a ding on the top tube right there, but the guy sold me the bike for 100 bucks. I met him for like 150. I realized, oh man, like there's a ding, you know? And I was like, how about 100? Now, the reason why I did that is because in parts alone, this bike's worth about probably 400 bucks, possibly 500 bucks. So that's pretty good. Spend 100 bucks. I'm gonna keep a seat for myself. I'm gonna sell the group set right here. I'm gonna take it all off and take that off, the brakes, everything, take those things off right there. And that's basically it, you know? The wheels probably sell for like 20 bucks. Group set sells for around 200 to 300. Bar plus stem, probably another 100. And then so on and so forth. The frame, the frame by itself, I might just put on eBay for like 300. And I think it would sell. It's a steel bike. One little ding is not the end of the world, but it's not the greatest thing. Speaking about bikes, I think it might have been last weekend, I picked this thing up for 15 bucks. This is a Trek 5.9 Madone carbon frame. This was $15. Now I know the fork for sure is good, right? But the question becomes this little thing right here, and that's why he sold it to me. It did take a hit to this section right here, but it's not 100% sure if it's a crack or not. So it's in my best interest to take it to a couple bike shops, get a professional opinion, and they're gonna take their finger and kind of press into it. Truly, if you wanna know if a carbon frame is wrecked or cracked, they have to put it what's called under like an x-ray. So me just pressing into it, it doesn't feel like the carbon's giving it all or anything like that. So I don't think it's cracked, but the guy was just like, I guess pissed, and he was just got a new frame, or he had a new frame and he just put it on. So, but this is a pretty expensive frame. Like this frame alone is probably worth somewhere in the vicinity of about $600 to $1,000. But with this thing right here, it starts becoming maybe worth 300 or so. But for 15 bucks, I decided to get into it. I could sell the fork alone for probably like 1 to 2. So it's not a big deal. Got some really cool fishing stuff here. If I have a resident fishing expert, that would be cool if they could help me. But for 40 bucks, and I think it's a little steep, but I did do some research on some of the things. And we have a lot of fishing things in here. Not so much this. This stuff's kind of worthless. I'll put this all in my booth. This entire thing for probably 40 bucks. Someone would buy it. There's a bunch of fly fishing stuff in here. You know, old lures and all that kind of stuff. Weights, not a huge deal. So this alone probably make my money back. But it was more so some of the stuff that I saw in here. It's like the head and stuff and whatever. There's some really neat lures in here. So a couple that kind of struck my eye, like this one right here is probably worth about 20. And I did some research while I was watching Ozark on some of the stuff that's in here. Now, not so much this part, but here. There were some neat ones in this one. So as you can see, we have some really neat lures, and one of them was worth like 50 bucks. I forget which one it was, but yeah, one of them was like 50. So I'm basically going to go through this again, figure out which is the most, top 4 expensive ones, throw it on eBay, and then the rest I'm gonna pilot probably in this thing, put it in the antique booth for like 40, 50 bucks. Found this at an Urban Cheapskate, I think it's what it's called. It's basically like a Plato's Closet / Buffalo Exchange type place. And this was $10, but this is a actual Champion extra large, although it does fit like a medium. Los Angeles Raiders vintage shirt, single stitch sleeve, pretty neat, 10 bucks. Under the radar, right? Pretty cool. That'll probably sell for around 50 to 100 bucks. The coolest thing ever is sitting right here. But that's for later in the video. You won't believe that one. That one's pretty crazy. Over here, $25, $25. So for 50 bucks, went to this like shed sale kind of thing. And we have a downhill frame with some really rare downhill forks. So this is mountain biking stuff. And this is a brushed aluminum Uzi DH by Intense downhill frame. Very popular frame back in like, I think 02. Extremely cool looking. Look at the machining on this aluminum. It's just like really awesome. Anyway, so that right there is probably worth somewhere in the vicinity of like 600 to 1,000 bucks. Let's be real, maybe 600 to about 850 or so. That's pretty That's something you don't see every single day. But yeah, me knowing a lot about mountain biking and stuff like that, this is just kind of a cool find. And with it came this thing, which is a really rare downhill fork from back in the day in very good condition. This is actually a carbon Manitou. I think it's called an X something. Anyway, an Xvert carbon. Really, really rare. This is the disc version, not the rim brake version. If I had the rim brake version, probably worth like 1,300 bucks. But this fork is probably worth around 600 to about 800 bucks. And it was $25 at a shed sale. So pretty cool. And the only real wear and tear on this thing that I can see is this little sticker that bunched up right here. So it's in incredible condition. In fact, I had somebody from a mountain biking museum contact me for that fork. And he was like, what's the best deal we can do? And me just shooting for the moon all the time didn't budge too much. And he was like, that's one of the forks that I'm lacking in my collection. And I was like, well, when I hear something like that, you know, I start to think like I'm the only person on eBay that might have this thing. So, and the truth is, in this condition, I might be the only person in the USA selling for one in this condition, period. I have like no real pressure to sell it. I don't need cash anytime soon. So that's that. What else we got? This garage is just a mess. The coolest thing right here. Should we just show it to you now? This is the coolest thing. I'll end the video right here because this is such a neat item that I think most people would not mess with. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Hit the like button if you are. If you've gotten this far in this video and you love Bonafide Hustler stuff, then hit the like button. I got a lot of things going on in my life right now, like a ton of things that maybe on a live video I'll tell you guys about it because there's just a lot going on. So you might be wondering like, are you hustling? Like you're not making videos, you're probably not reselling too much. Well, clearly I am reselling still a lot and it's all, you know, jumbled up. I've been selling a lot of things, but I have a lot of things going on in the background that I should tell you guys about, but it just doesn't belong in this video. All right, let's go look at this thing right here. And yeah, you're not gonna believe it. It's so cool. This was a Nextdoor ad kind of thing. It was posted for, I wanna say, $250, maybe $200. I offered $150 and I was like on my phone like a hawk. Because I was like, man, if they just take $150, like I'm gonna totally go there and buy it. I was gonna buy it at $250, whatever, but you know, I always talk down prices and stuff. So let's take a look at this thing. And it's very, you know, rugged, so I can kind of do this on the floor with it, you know. Check it out. Look at this thing. It's something you don't see every day. This is something I'll probably never resell ever again in my entire life. Okay, so let's take a look at the tag because that's the most important part. Oh, sweet. So this was like the main thing. They listed it as a Polo Ralph Lauren jacket, and that was pretty much it. $250. I talked them down to $150. This happens to be a Polo Ralph Lauren B3 Mouton jacket. Extremely, extremely rare. Probably worth the vicinity of $1,500 to about $2,000. It's just part of a collection that obviously isn't here anymore. And this is in great condition. It's got tags, which is awesome. The only thing that I found, and you know, I'm a sucker for just checking things over, because I was looking for snags, rips, whatever. This thing's in perfect condition. We got a sheepskin interior. It's technically a bomber jacket. So the thing that I noticed quickly, and the guy was like, oh, that sucks. And it's definitely brand new. We can even see the buckles on this stuff have like the protector stuff on it. Definitely a cool collector's item. But see how this one snaps right here? Well, the other one, the snap either wasn't even put on by the manufacturer, right? Or it just snapped off. But yeah, this is a Ralph Lauren B3. You can kind of see it right there maybe. Anyway, extremely, extremely rare bomber jacket. Very much Bane looking from the Batman movie. Really cool. And definitely something I won't ever see again, but you know, this is something that will slip under the radar to most resellers. And yeah, this is $1,500 to about $2,000 pretty easily. A lot of used ones sell for $1,500 and up to $2,000, right? This is brand new, and it's a size that we don't see very often. It's an XXL. So anyway, that's the last find of the video. I hope you guys are, that was a Nextdoor find, by the way. So, you know, Nextdoor, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist is where I find a lot of stuff. Garage sales, of course. But if you guys are enjoying these videos, hit the like button, you know, in the comments, tell me to come back, tell me to film more, and maybe I will, right? Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.